Hello. Sometimes we can feel a little angry or a little anxious, and sometimes we just need to let go of that stuff so we can get on with our day. So, I'm just going to show you a few techniques to help you release that negativity. So, starting off with what we call the ha breath. So, you can take a deep breath in through the nose, stretch the arms up tall, even lift up onto tippy toes. Then, as you exhale, ha, just let your arms drop. And rolling up again, lifting up, stretching up, exhale through the mouth. And just do this 5 more times. And on your 5th time, just stay dangling down. Just let your shoulders round. Maybe straighten your legs a little bit so your spine gets longer. And just imagine all of that stuff you don't need just draining away out through the arms, dribbling out through the fingertips. And then rolling up. Give the shoulders a roll up, back and down. Just place your hands on your hips and just give them a little rotate. Hold a lot of emotions in our hips also, so we'll be working with our hips, with our tummy and with our throat. And just to loosen up the spine, let's just swing the arms side to side. Let your head turn as well and begin to bring your arms a little higher up the body. Just keeping that channel of consciousness open, central nervous system in the spine, and begin to bring the arms down. A little massage, freeing all the trapped nerves. So we clear that pathway to our brain. When that pathway is not clear, we can always feel a little muddled. And just slowing down, just coming to stillness for a moment or two. Close your eyes. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. We're going to move down onto our knees now to do the camel pose, and this stretches our emotional brain in the solar plexus. There's a big network of nerves here, and we want to untangle those knots. So raise your right arm up, take it back, place it on the low back, square the hips to the front, bring your left arm up and around, place it on the back, push your hips forward, lengthen up vertically, and allow the head and neck to drop back now, opening up through the throat, and breathe into the belly. Relax your shoulders. And breathe in and expand through the belly. Breathe out and let go. And then we're going to push the hips back, bend the knees, sit down between the heels. Stretching through the legs, holding the feet for balance, and hinging forward. Just bring the forehead down now, having a little rest in child's pose. And then we're going to do this one again. Options this time to hold your heels or stick with the low back. So start with the left arm, take it back, hold the heel or hold the back. Torso to the front, right arm, hips forward, lengthen up vertically, and relax head and neck back now. It's a new breath, a new energy. And exhale, letting go of what no longer serves you. And then sink the hips back, sitting between the heels once more. Coming forward, lengthening through the spine, and then drop down. Sometimes we can have a sense of butterflies in our tummy after this, or even feel a little emotional. It's all perfectly normal. I'm going to move now into loosening up our hips, because we can also store a lot of emotions in our hips. So roll your body up, come up onto your knees, and just bringing your right leg out straight. Make sure the left hip stays in line with the left knee, holding the knee for balance, and just a couple of forward and back lunges here just to loosen up. And then drop the hands, making sure the knee doesn't come any further past the ankle here, just dropping the hips. And then bring your hands to frame the foot and lift up your right hand and take your right leg so that the toes hang off the outside of the mat. Square the hands back under the shoulders and just have a little rock here. We're just opening up all those hinges of the hips. If you want to take this one a little bit deeper, you can slide that back leg back and lower down to your elbows. Never force anything. Just work with what's right for you today. And then bring the hands back under the shoulders. We're going to tuck under the back toe now and bring ourselves into a plank position. Hands beneath the shoulders, engaging the core. Then bring your weight onto your left leg as you slide your right knee behind your right wrist. So this part of the leg's on a 45 degrees, and we slide that left leg back. We wiggle back until both of our thighs come onto the mat. The further back you go, the more challenging it becomes. So just find where you can get a good stretch in your glutes, untuck the back toe, and you might want to recline forward now, whether onto your elbows or all the way down. And just breathe into that space, into that tight space. It can feel a little uncomfortable. But sometimes when we just sit with it, it changes. Maybe you can slide that leg a little further back now or lower the body a little more. Just make sure that your hips stay square to the center. Try and soften down into the shoulders and the tummy. And then raising up the head. Bring the hands back. Tuck under the back toe. Straighten back into a plank. And then just walk your feet a little further in so you come into a downward dog. Push through the fingertips, lift the tail. And bring the weight back down through the heels. Relax the head and neck. Blood flow into the brain, helping us to see the bigger picture. And then bend your knees, come down and pull back and have a stretch. Rolling up. And let's do the same hip stretches on the other side. So coming up onto knees, bring the left leg out this time, right knee in line with right hip, left leg is straight. Hold the knee for balance and just come forward and back. Allow the arms to drop, hips to sink a little deeper. And then bring the hands to the inside. Bring the toes off the side of the mat, square the hands under the shoulders. And maybe you can rock a little here. And if you want to go deeper, slide the leg back slightly more, drop to the elbows, or maybe just one elbow feels good. And keep rocking, or you can be still. Just keep opening that hip up to the side. And bring the hands back, tuck under the back toe, and step back to plank. Body in a straight line, fingers spread, core engaged. Put your weight on your right leg, slide your left knee behind your left wrist, and come into pigeon. Untuck the back toe, slide it back. Wiggle the hips down to come square onto the mat. It doesn't matter if your leg's nicely tucked in here, if it's tight, as long as you're getting a stretch through those glutes. And just lower down to where feels good today. And just breathe into it. Notice what you notice. Maybe it's different from the other side. And then bring the hands back and just roll over onto your left thigh. So you can bring the legs back out. And we're going to lay down now, bringing our knees onto our chest, hugging them in, and having a little rock from side to side, massaging your back. We're going to work a little deeper into our stomach now, into that third chakra energy, so we can feel content and satisfied with ourselves just as we are, without needing to leech other people's energy, without seeking approval from others. We are good as we are. Bring your feet down, knees up. Just walk your feet to the outside of the mat so the knees fall in together. Clasp the hands behind the head now. Okay. So take a deep breath in through the nose, expanding the belly and the lungs. Hold the breath a moment. Then exhale through the mouth. Let it all out. And when there's no air left, close your mouth. Draw your belly button back towards your spine and lift your head, locking your chin. So you're creating a stomach lock here. Holding and squeezing. When you need to breathe, breathe in through the nose. Allow the head to drop, relax the arms. We'll do this one again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through the mouth. Close your mouth. Draw the belly up and under. Lift the head. And while you're holding without breath, ground your whole back into the floor now. Shoulders, lower back. Breathe when you need to through the nose. Lower the head down. And let's do one more of these. Inhale. Hold. Exhale through the mouth. Close your mouth. Draw the belly up and under. Lift the head. Grounding the back. Engage your pelvic floor also here. Holding, squeezing, pulling the energy up. And inhale, release, head down. And relax. And we've just got one more posture before we finish up here. This one's called the fish. Just lift your buttocks off the ground and place your hands underneath, hooking your thumbs and wriggling your shoulders right under your body so your arms are straight. Lower your buttocks down and lengthen your legs long. And then putting weight on your elbows, you're going to lift up your chest, let your legs slide forward and the head just dangles back here. Just letting go one more time. Having trust in your inner wisdom. Having trust that things will work out. And having trust that there is a flow. There is constant change. Every day is a new day. And then from here, we're going to straighten the arms, slide the head back, come back to lying down. Put weight on your heels as you release your hands, turning the palms up. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths now. Inhale through the nose, full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, place your tongue behind your teeth and exhale. We're slowing down the out breath. When you finish your breath, close your mouth. Inhaling again. Tongue behind the teeth and making the same sound on the way out. And do this one more time. When we slow down the out breath, we release more carbon dioxide, which is our body's natural relaxant. We're cleansing, releasing toxins, and letting go of any holding that's anywhere. Then lick your lips and swallow. Notice a lightness and a tingling around the mouth, throat, at the back of your head. sink into the floor. Let the arms be long and loose. The legs lay heavy. The hands and feet have no weight to carry. You've let go of what no longer serves you. So you can feel freer, lighter. You notice how relaxed your body is. And maybe while you've been focusing on the movements, the mind has let go. And chatter has slowed down. And you've come into this union which we call yoga. Let's take a deeper breath now. Wriggle fingers and toes and stretch the arms long behind the head. Stretch and lengthen like you're waking up all over again. And bend the knees, bring them onto the chest. Hug them in and have a little rock. Hug and squeeze and rock. And roll over to your right side, adopting a little fetal position now. And just feeling the safety, the comfort, and the peace. And knowing you have these tools within you, you can return here. Coming back up to sit. Just take a little twist to one side. And a little twist to the other side. Raise your arms up. Come back to the heart. Namaste.